My name is James. I'm the lead singer of After Kepler. I started this group like what is it now, 3, 4 months ago. And we've just been banging out music left and right. We've dropped a couple singles. Me and Zach are pretty much the front men. Zach, if you want to introduce yourself.
What up? I'm Zach. I play drums and I write songs and After Kepler.
Nice.
And yeah, so we've just been writing a lot of music. We've released 2 singles so far. But we have like 3, 4 songs that are getting done right now, getting mixed and mastered. And they're all sounding so legit. I'm so excited for the world to hear them. But like we're starting so fresh. We've all been in different bands before. I have my own solo project under my name. That's kind of what I've been doing for the last like decade. And I was like, you know what? I want to change the music up a little bit. I want to make people dance. I write sad songs. I was like, how can I make these sad songs happy and get people moving? And so that's kind of what we've been doing is like writing stuff that means a lot to us and in like hidden ways, but making them happier with like a nice 80s sound to it. So yeah, that's kind of After Kepler. And I'll tell you a little bit about the name when the time comes and stuff.
I love, by the way, I listened to both songs and they're definitely feel good music. Like it's definitely feel good music. Definitely like timing's right of dropping it right before summer's hitting because well, it's about to be like South by Southwest in Austin here. So I'm like super trying to get content just prepared just for that. So I can like that week interview a whole bunch of artists. Like it's just gonna be a good time for a song like that. So I think you're on the right track of like, we need to do something happy and positive.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the songs that we're making are have that summer vibe to them.
Good.
That stuff you could just bang out on the beach, and like
Yes.
on the streets, wherever it is, somewhere outside with sun and
You're
like
Venice Beach, correct?
I am, yeah.
Okay. So that influenced like the sound, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think like there's such a positive vibe out here. People are very artsy, they're very open. I think Zach, you can speak to this too, but different parts of LA have different kind of characteristics and different people tend to go to different places. And I found myself in
Totally.
Venice and I feel like I'm in my bubble over here.
Yeah, like I live in Hollywood and like before we write, like James and I take a walk on the beach and just like get in that mindset, get in that mode. It's like that like total summer vibes kind of thing, even when it's not quite summer sometimes.
It's like you're going to a location to channel the energy in a way. And so you can like,
Yeah. You're grounding yourself.
oh, nice. I like that idea. Like, because I feel like I'm learning a lot about other, like, so many people's processes. I feel every single group or person does things differently. Because some people will be like, oh, it's just what I was feeling that day. Or so it's cool that you'll go to a location and sort of like capture the essence of where you think someone would be if they're listening to your music.
Yeah, no,
Totally.
totally. I think that has a lot to do with it. And just like,
Absolutely.
everyone's different lives have different stories, and we all have different ways of, bringing those stories into words.
Mhm.
So I think, Zach and I will sit together for hours and just talk about current life situations and then write a song about it. It's pretty cool.
And the song doesn't take that long. It's like getting to writing it. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I noticed that there's like an alien type theme with the two songs names because one of them, all right, so am I saying this right? It's S87 to you.
587 to you. 587 to you. Um,
Oh,
yeah, no, you're
That's a
close.
five.
The it has like no like most people reading be like, I don't know what this is. It has nothing to do with but that's kind of what it's about. It's like so after Kepler, the name After Kepler is it's like a play on words. There's this planet, and I'm a big alien guy. I love aliens and space and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like that's like going. But there is this planet called Kepler 22b, and it's like almost the closest thing, almost the closest planet that resembles Earth, and it looks inhabitable.
yeah.
And so we're like, dude, we're going to Kepler. We're going to TV. So
What's
it's a play
after
on
that?
words, like we're after Kepler, like we're going after it, but then like what happens afterward at Kepler?
I
So
like that.
everything kind of has like this space vibe to it, whether it's in like the music or it's in the titles, and like little elements sprinkled in the songs. You'll pick some stuff up like that.
Mhm.
But 587 is actually the number of light years it takes to get to Kepler 22b. And so that's kind of like 587 to you, you
Oh, I
know.
like that.
My buddy Connor came up with that, honestly. We made like our first song, we were like, yo, who wants to help us with the title? You know, it could be whatever it is. And that we came up with that. I was like, that's dope.
I have to show
Light
you
years
my
to
tattoo
you.
real quick because I'm a space nerd myself.
Oh,
This
I love it.
this is like my hands in creation, like God within the planets. I'm
Oh,
very
yeah.
big on like
Oh, I see that.
co-creation with the universe. So
Yeah.
that's so neat. Like whenever I like saw those, I
Just
was like, okay, they're gonna get me a little bit.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that tattoo.
Thanks. I just like love the idea too that y'all there's like this planet they discovered where it rains like diamonds. I don't think that's the Earth one, but like
oh yeah, I saw that. I
you know
saw
what
that.
that
I
is?
don't remember what one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there's so whenever
Maybe we should make our way out there.
yes, the fact that y'all are doing like space themes in a different world is so cool because it's gonna be so endless. Of course, music's already endless, but like the possibilities of like themes or like feelings in a different universe is just so endless when it comes to space. So that's gonna be so much fun. And I also want to talk about the fact I literally just did a New York Fashion Week show where it was aliens. Like I literally was an alien.
what?
Yeah.
That's
His name was Mikey. And so my Toronto friends were like, can you walk this show and like you're transforming to a different person? I was like, yes. And they gave me an entire
Oh,
character
yeah.
background, everything.
I
So
love that. Good for you.
yeah.
And
So
it's
I
alien
think
oriented.
really,
So yeah.
yeah. Like the
That's
fact that
awesome.
y'all are like coming up with like entire world, I think is so important. Like I think to create a world with music is so good because it allows someone to like say, oh, I want the merch from this. I want to go to a festival of this because I can transform into a different, like I can escape. It's a good escape.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hyped about the merch. We're gonna cook good
Good.
merch. Very
yeah. We
space
do.
oriented. I'm actually really excited not only for the merch, but like the sets and like the concerts. When we start playing concerts, like we just booked our first like private gig. And then we're planning on playing a lot of shows over summer and going on tour, hopefully. We're just trying to get all these songs done. We have all these ideas that are just flowing our minds that we're trying to get to. But really, we really want like the setup of the concert to have like a moon floating and like all these different
Big
things, like
spaceship. Yeah.
spaceships, like just make it part of the concert, right?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
It's a
that
show. It's a show.
yeah,
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
show. It's gonna be cool.
You can
We've all been doing. Sorry.
go ahead, keep going.
I was just saying we all have been in different projects for so long, and we all have been doing this for so long. Like we do so many run of the mill shows. Like we're excited to make this like a really cool production, like
Yeah.
something that we've all never done before, like that. Like James and I've talked a bunch of different times about how we're gonna like have the visuals set up, and like it's a whole concept. It's not just like it's to go along with the music. It's really really cool.
I love that. See, this is why I love music because it's not just like the sounds you're creating, like entire world, universe, and like business projects within it. And like that's why I like even my aspect of like fashion or like I love even doing stuff like this because it allows me to like think bigger with like how one small thing can turn into a huge world within itself. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and it comes back to like what we are saying, like you get into a mindset when you write these tunes and when you put these tunes together because you want people to like live in that mindset, and like in the same way movies are an escape or other foods an escape. Like this is an escape for somebody that doesn't want to be in their situation. They can come into our mindset, and it's a really cool environment to put people in.
Yeah.
yeah. And we're trying to incorporate not just space, but like parts of Earth, right? Like we have a single coming out. It's our next single. I guess we'll announce it here. It's called, it's called Beirut, and it's I'm from Lebanon, Beirut, Lebanon, and I wrote a song, Zach and I, about Beirut, right? And like wanting to go to Beirut and like the cultures in Beirut and traveling to Beirut, and like a lot of our music has different like sounds that are like you have to have like a special ear to pick it up, but like um there's different oriental sounds that we're sneaking into this music that's not like like it doesn't fit the outline of like the 80s vibe that we're going for necessarily. And so we're
But it
kind of
works.
creating our own genre in a sense at the same time. And we're really finding our sound, you know.
But that's good. Like, I feel like right now we're in such a period of time where everything's becoming its own genre. Like, people are accepting of that. And I think it's good too, just like to blend cultural
Yeah.
things together. So that's great.
What is that, like Oriental 80s space? Oriental space 80s? I don't know. It'd be something cultural space. I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited. We have a lot of cool things we're cooking up. I just wish I could show everybody.
So the fact that you're coming up with a lot of stuff, that means like you're gonna be preparing for tours. So y'all have already done tours like solely or through different bands. So it's not gonna be too much of like a big thing to like figure out how to navigate that.
Yeah,
Nah, that's the
luckily,
easy
like
part.
everyone in the band has been incredible. I just went on tour under my name last summer. A tour of the Midwest. Zach's always on tour.
I'll come
Everyone
to
in the
South by,
band
come
is
see you.
yeah.
Yes.
Everyone in the band like plays in like their own gigs and has their own stuff going on as well, but everyone comes together here to like really express themselves, so it's just really great.
Good. I'm like in
Yeah.
Austin and New York, so definitely I feel like those might be stops that y'all could come
Yeah,
through.
I'll see you on
Awesome.
South by this year.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah,
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 definitely.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll
Okay.
see you this year.
I think I'm actually gonna try to like rent out like some type of office or something so I can do some more in-person things since so many people are gonna be down there at the time. So I definitely will have to contact y'all to see if we can even like, because between then I'm sure you'll have even another drop between
Oh
then.
yeah, for sure. Like
I
we
was
are
gonna say, yeah, we got a lot of stuff
we
going
got a
on.
lot of songs. So a little bit about us. So Zach and I pretty much like front men of the gig. We, we're running everything pretty much. And then we have Samael on bass, and Samael is one of our producers. So we sit down together and knock out a bunch of music together. We have Adi on saxophone. Adi is like one of the most talented musicians I've ever met. And when I tell you he rips saxophone, he rips saxophone. Like he's good. And then we have Manuel on guitar, and Manuel and I have been like best friends for like last 3-4 years now. We've gone on tours together. We played hundreds of shows together, and so like that band itself is everyone's kind of coming in together to bring their elements. And then we also work with a producer out in Australia, Matt McGuffey, and he's been helping us tremendously with our sound and finding our niche and mixes. And it's really cool. I just want to share all this music, but I gotta wait.
I know. Ah.
But that's good that you have something to look forward to. Like, I think I'm just so glad like the pandemic has waned off to where I feel like all these artists have built up all these new ideas and things and are just ready to release it. That's why I'm trying to do back-to-back interviews right now, because I truly feel like everything's gonna just go off this summer, like in terms of content, festivals, everything.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
And I think
stoked.
I think there's truly like a huge open market for new artists to blow up right now. Cause like I've been trying to discover more underground things. I feel like the mainstream has been dead with the same people. So I'm just like glad that I'm finding out that there's so many people right now just building up and waiting for like these moments to release.
Yeah, totally. I think the hardest part for us, Zach, is like not like we're musicians. We just want to make music.
Yeah.
But we know part of making music today is making content and like putting out
Bro.
talks and stuff that we really don't want to do. Like if we could spend the amount of time that and shout out to Ari. She's like she's our social media manager slash artist
Gang,
manager.
gang.
She's kind of like she's the glue to our band right now. And she like keeps us going. She's like, you got to do this. She reminded us about the interview today because apparently we sucked last time and 2 hours later.
Oh,
Totally
man.
fine. Totally
Did you
fine.
see the TikTok we made out of that? At least we got some content from it. I'll send but that's the hardest thing is like the content. Like we're just fighting to make content stay relevant. And I wish we could just like make music.
Yeah,
And
just be
focus on
yourself.
my shows. And yeah, that's all. That's all. And like, I miss Vine. Vine was the shit.
Vine was so good. I grew up on Vine. Vine was so much
6 seconds.
easier.
6 seconds. I was like, I'll do it all day long. 6 seconds.
Dude,
Yeah.
easy.
TikToks could be 10 minutes
Easy.
now, I think. So it's just like,
Oh,
YouTube video. It's a movie.
all right, you didn't hear that. All right, you didn't hear that. TikToks can't be 10 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, like they're deep, dude. Like they're deep. Like
Jasmine
I
says we should
understand.
promote on Vine.
Like please drop Vine again. I totally understand because even when I was a marketing promotions coordinator for multiple bands, like some of them were like, I am not dropping TikToks. And I was like, okay, we're just gonna repurpose your old content and just like post that. So like I totally get it. I don't think you should compromise who you are just because TikTok wants you to do something. Like if you drop a music video, go ahead and just clip cut the music video and put that on there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you don't need the whole video.
be the most.
Yeah, and I think that's just like the hardest part right now is like we want to focus on making the music and we want to focus on getting people to hear it, but like the biggest outlet to be heard right now is TikTok and these different things. Luckily, we just got put on a Break 58, which is like one of the largest, if not the largest, independently ran playlist in the country, ran by record labels and big time people. And we were on it for 2 weeks and we just got put on it for another 2 weeks because people are voting our song up. So it's really cool. And so like, and we've only dropped 2 songs. So like we're hoping this continues the momentum and get put on some playlist. And
well, the songs are good. They're actually like they're literally good feel good music. And the fact that you have actual instruments on it, it's not just like some YouTube beat that you're like, hopping on, I think adds an extra layer to it. You know what I mean? So I don't think you should even worry too much about like content creation. I think everyone should definitely focus on what they're best at and everything's gonna naturally fall in line. So it'll come, but like I don't even think people will always say like TikTok is the best way to get a song out, but it's such a like gets a song out and makes it annoying as fast as possible way, So will it last in time, so it's like I think just like it's just being who you are. So I wouldn't compromise that too much.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Zach, you're the one to delivering it to Ari, so
okay, cool.
like look at what you said about this.
Yeah, no, it's true though. Like we got to stick true to ourselves, and we just, to be honest, we just want to play shows. We just want to get on stage and sing to people all night long and make people move and dance and forget about their issues that they're going through right now.
That is good.
So sick.
So in terms like what cities would you actually be the most excited to visit on tour?
Zach, you can take this one.
I don't know, man. Like I love touring and like I've been all over, dude. I gotta say, like some of those Midwest spots with those kids, they go off, dude. They got nothing. Like, I'm from those areas, like originally, but like some of them spots, man. Like when there's nothing else on a Wednesday night, they show up and they show out, bro. Like
that is so funny.
So, like,
I can imagine that. I just watched a clip of it was for a rap show, but like this kid literally climbed the roof in like Ohio. And I was just like, now that you're saying it like that, it makes sense because the fact that there's nothing to do in places like that. So
but like on the weekends there's stuff to do and you got like parties, whatever. But like in the week, like there's like not a lot going on. You have to travel a little bit. So like if there's something going on, people will go and it's fun.
Okay, that makes sense.
I second that. I love playing shows in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for a while.
Chicago's tight.
Chicago is a fun place to play gigs. Obviously, LA and all the West Coast, but I have yet to play in New York. So I think we gotta hit New York sometime.
I think so too.
I love New York.
Yeah, I'd be down to play New York.
And because like New York actually was closed in the pandemic, they were really like, isolating. So I feel like their art scene is booming right now or like trying to like get back up right now. So I feel like doing a show there is really beneficial.
We'll put it on the list. Let's do it.
Definitely beneficial. So how is the creative process, considering, you named a lot of people and y'all are in different spots,
Yeah,
in studio or?
yeah. So it's usually like Zach and I that are writing the most, and leaning heavily on our producers and giving everyone the outlet to add what they want. Like Zach and I will write a song, or we'll start coming up with some different demos. We'll send it out to the producers, and they get to put their spice on it. And then we'll send it over to like Eddie. Eddie will add some saxophone, and then we'll send it back to the producers, and then we'll chop it up. And it's kind of like it flows. It's a kind of consistent flow. But as far as the lyrics, it's usually Zach and I sitting here smoking cigarettes and cursing.
We're swearing and smoking cigarettes over here.
and kind of just writing, and it's that's kind of like the flow of it.
It's so funny. I forgot about that.
But,
Smoke cigarettes and swear.
It's a lot of that, and it's a lot like I'm a big poet. Like I love writing poetry, and so I write a lot of like one-liners throughout the day, and then I'll find ways to like bring that to life. But yeah,
Cool.
but yeah, there's definitely like it's an interesting route, and like we come here, we plug in, and we'll sit for like 4, 5, 6 hours and just pound out music.
Nice. So how did y'all meet and know that y'all would work well together? Because I know musicians could be good, but it might not go good together.
So my buddy Manuel and I do a lot of like corporate gigs together.
Mhm.
And like I was talking with him and expressing one day how I was like, man, like I really don't have anything to really like be creative with. I just have to like do these white people songs over and over again. Is what I call them. Like how many times can you play Maroon 5 and Mr. Brightside before people are just like, you just get sick of it, you know what I mean? And doing all these corporate gigs, and he was like, hey, I just got off tour with this guy James, and we're just thinking about starting this band, like, and doing the stuff together. I think this would be a really cool opportunity because from what the music sounds like it's gonna be, it's something that you're into. I'm really into pop music. So when I heard the tune, I was like, whoa, like, yeah, this sounds really sick. I want to get in on this. And I met James, and it just kind of started from there. We started making jokes right away, and it was stupid right off the bat. So we're into
Just
it.
flowed naturally then. That's cool that it just happened naturally.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
tight.
think that's like a beauty of LA too, right? Like that's the beauty of like being connected out here and playing it. And a lot of the people that play in LA are connected in LA, right? Like the people that are at Hotel Cafe, everybody knows who plays at Hotel Cafe. The people who play at the Venice West, everybody knows the people who play at Venice West. Like everyone's connected and everyone supports each other. And I hope people continue to do that. And there's some people obviously that are very competitive, but as after Kepler, we are big supporters of like local and like want to help anyone and everyone we can as we're coming up too. And so that's it's all about community in my opinion, and continuing to grow that way.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and Manuel knows Zach. Zach met me. I met Sam on like this. I Instagram DM'd Eddie. I literally looked up Instagram. I was like saxophonist in LA,
Oh,
and then
wow.
he was like one of the first people that popped up, and I was like, I'm sliding this guy's DMs right now. And he responded. I was like, you're in my band, baby. Let's go.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's go.
And then the connection was great.
It's good that y'all are very community based, because LA from an outside perspective we hear a lot of, oh, it's fake, we're scared to go over there because we don't want to feel like people are smiling in our face and not really caring about what you want to do. So it's good to hear that you didn't have that problem with this.
I think that is a huge element of LA too, right? I think it's just like who you choose to surround yourself with, and who you choose to want to collaborate with when it comes time to music. And I try to stick the people that are open to collaborating and helping each other out and giving solid feedback instead of being the ones that are talking in the background, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way it should be. But obviously, people have their own ways, and after Kepler will not be part of that.
Good.
Nope.
We do not need that. I really love the community aspect of things, because I feel like that's how both audiences, you can mix your audience. You never know who might link within there, and you never know what someone might need in the future. So it's really good to help and
Totally.
like build those communities.
And there's nothing more beautiful than seeing a band or an artist that had 10 listeners yesterday have over 2 million 2 years later.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
my best friends, like we started music around the same time and now are huge. And it's
Wow.
beautiful to see, and
Totally.
what's better than that?
And it's cool like that y'all, do you believe like you should go into it without having like an expectation of like what's gonna happen? It should be more so like I want to do this, and what comes out of it just comes.
Actually, Zach, you said something really beautiful on the phone last night. He was like, as long
Daddy.
as we yeah,
I'm sorry.
as long as we keep grinding and putting in the work and making our music, it'll take us to where we need to go. And where we want to go is happiness, wherever that is. And so that's the route.
Good.
Yeah.
And it's good that y'all have like history within yourself, so you're not like as nervous to like be live or anything like
No, not at
that.
all.
God.
Probably a little
shy.
too much.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
blew right past that. That wasn't even an
Good.
issue.
That is really good. I used to be
Our
so
group,
shy. I could not talk to people, and now I love talking. Like my favorite thing in the world is to just talk to people. So it's interesting how that worked out.
yeah, I always called James while he's at work, and he's like, "Dude, I'm at work." I'm like, "Bruh, we got stuff to talk about."
Yes. That's great.
Yeah. There's another thing about LA. You got to balance it with work, like it's a tough place to live, especially in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So
I know so many
yeah.
people that moved there after college, and it just looks so wonderful. Though at the end of the day, I think I need to visit soon. I have a lot of friends in San Francisco too, so hopefully this summer I will be stopping over there.
Let us know, please.
Yeah. Definitely got to go.
That'd be awesome.
I've been once, and it was Santa Monica, so
Oh,
like
yeah.
that was cool. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how similar that is to Venice Beach, though. Are they?
It's like
It's pretty
a
close.
mile and a half away. It's really
Yeah,
close.
it's pretty close.
But the vibes are totally different.
Yeah, totally.
Totally different. Even like walking from the boardwalk from Venice to Santa Monica, like that stretch, you'll see it completely transform from the houses to apartments to people to everything. Yeah. To
Okay,
dogs.
I'm definitely
You
gonna
mean-
be visiting this summer.